perfect bounce to get us underway in the middle. McAndrew and ruck for Sydney. But it is Collingwood through Trent Bianco, who sends them forward for the first time. Swans bring it back in quickly, although that kick is a little errant and Will Kelly picks it off. Collingwood doing all the attacking.
Yeah, so this is where Swans have got to make some smart decisions coming out of defence. Every single player in the field is in Collingwood's forward half. Will Gould made it as difficult as possible for Arnold there as well.
That kick had to be precise, and it was. Arnold's kick wasn't precise. Opened the door for an easy goal, and it is the milestone man in Tom Wilson in his 150th game getting the first goal for the Pies on the board. Great mark taken by Buller. Comes out of the AFL side this week. No one really up forward for the Swans. Pies have the numbers, but McAndrew has a go. Couldn't take possession. Kick smothered, so some good pressure applied by Sydney. Here's Stevens, can't get a clean disposal away. And the Pies can go the other way to half forward. That's a good kick from Steen. The build-up's looking great from Collingwood. The shot on goal is pure. Great goal to Collingwood, and Carmichael gets on the board. Back underway, McAndrew sockers it off the deck. It's a nice pickup from Hawker Hahn, but he's going nowhere. How will the umpire see this? Holding the ball. Didn't make a good enough attempt.
Now he's pleading with the umpire. It's never going to work. It's not worth it.
Such a dreadful feeling too when you that second or two where you're waiting and you know the call's going to come and there's nothing you can do about it. I've gotten caught quite a few times, obviously.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it, Jess.
I know the feeling all too well. Meanwhile, ball gets out the back. And I think that's gone through. It's another goal to Collingwood. Yes, it's Steen. For the Swans.
For the Swans.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to erase Queensland.
Another foray forward for Collingwood. Ginnivan marks, plays on and adds another to the Pies.
It's concerning, Jess.
It is.
Yes, at both levels, which is positive, but it takes time to build that chemistry once again, doesn't it?
Certainly does. So sends him inside forward 50. McInnes gives it off to Steen, loops the hand pass over the top, looking for Kruger. Doing really well was Edwards for the Swans to get a hand in there. And they get it out of the danger zone, but perhaps momentarily. Bianco, another disposal coming up for him, or maybe not. He was run down and caught. Great pressure from the Swans, and they're quick to take the advantage. McAndrew off to Stevens. A long ball inside 50. Buller's the target over his head. Can he get boot to ball? He collects, spins around, snaps towards goal, and finally the Swans have their first.
How was that for a passenger play?
20 metres out, slide angle to the left. To make the Swans pay. And he sends it through. Only had a goal each in the second quarter so far.
It's dried up not because they're...
Carmichael intercepts the kick in, and here is McInnes. 20-year-old. Young Pie. Sends it through the middle. Makes Sydney pay. Off hands. Shipley got a hand to it. Carmichael as well involved. A couple of plays in the long sleeves today in Pippa Murley and Jack Ginnivan. Nice brisk 12 degrees. A nice winter's day here in Melbourne.
It is nice.
Good morning for footy. Happy to be here.
I know you're quite rugged up, Jess, from your Queenslander roots.
Not the puffer and the beanie. Everything happening is Grace from long range. Bombs it home. That was a big goal
14 points against the Brisbane Lions, who have only lost the one game this year, have been very dominant. So good for Sandy.
First look inside 50 in the second half. Jetta doing the work at ground level. And that ball has come to a stop.
So we talked about the wind coming through a little bit earlier on. We've got some flags that suggest it's going to the right of screen, which has been the scoring end.
Bullet out of the ruck has kicked a miraculous goal.
Maybe that's not the case, Jess.
Swans can reload off halfback Rankin.
Great kick.
Searching kick to the wing.
Turn and go.
It's a good one. They've got a free player up ahead. Grace, the goal kicker, gives it off to Morrison, runs into the pocket and shoots towards goal and gets it. Two goals to Sydney in this third quarter. And Collingwood respond.
Just a good, smart kick. Didn't try to kick the leather off it. Or they just all get amalgamated into one stat called a 1%er when it doesn't actually show what you've done.
So turnover inside defensive 50 for the Swans, and it's going to be a shot on goal to Joe Richards. So Swans got within 8 points, and this to push it back out to 20. Joe Richards shouldn't make a mistake from here. Pick number 48 in last year's draft. And adds another to the Pies. And another individual goal kicker. Here's Ryan whipping hand pass over the top to Mulvogue. Tom Wilson. Back to Mulgove. Inboard to the other Tom Wilson, who kicks the goal.
That's his 16th goal of the season.
Let's see if Oscar Steen can break the commentator's curse. Become Collingwood's first multiple goal kicker of the afternoon. No worries.
Collingwood fans can't come at me.
In about the first 10 minutes, Sydney have responded and really grinded out the next sort of quarter and a bit. They got within 8 points early in the third quarter before Collingwood really turned it around and finished off that quarter with the last 4 goals of the game to reach a new game-high margin of 33 points. Underway in the final term, and the first centre clearance comes away of Sydney through Stevens, who just goes for home, and Bullock, can he get boot ball on the line? He can! Come on! Fast start to Sydney, exactly what they needed, and Jack Bullock has 3. Sends them forward to a pack. No mark taken by Air. He's done a few nice things today. But importantly for the Swans, they've got a repeat stoppage inside their forward half.
Who do you rate at AFL level, Jess, for the flag this year? Obviously Collingwood's right up amongst it.
It's to say that probably Collingwood, you would think. Although tomorrow's going to be a really great game between Collingwood and Adelaide.
Yes,
at
that
the
will
G.
be a good game.
There's probably no bigger test at the moment than the Pies at the G. Meanwhile, that's a goal to Sydney. Quick kick out of the pack from Tom Longmire, and it's 2 in a row to the Swans to start the last.
So you're tipping the Pies for the AFL flag, are you, Jess?
No, I'm officially going to tip Brisbane. However, you said who's the favourite, so you have to say Collingwood deserve favouritism at the moment.
It's Port for me.
Okay. They certainly are playing great footy, and so are the Swans. Ethan Grace with his second, and it's 3 in a row to Sydney. Oscar Steele, the only multiple goal kicker for Collingwood. He's got 2. Sydney from the middle again towards half forward. Collingwood through Rusco, now Bianco. Those two have linked up multiple times today. Sends the kick down the line, past Richards. Sydney with representation. Warner, he's caught though. Hand pass, got the hand pass away. Umpire calls play on. Kruger to Begg. Can he hit a target inside 50? Pokes the pass in front of Richards, who toe pokes it to McGuinness. And that is a well-crafted goal from Collingwood.
That was impressive.
Swans have had a couple of chances to kick more goals in this final quarter. Tackle from Gander. He's holding the ball. There's another opportunity for the Swans.
We did see at three-quarter time Craig McRae out there with the Collingwood VFL huddle.
That kick, not his best effort, out of bounds on the full.
Will Gould's getting a little bit eager. He had a bit more time to compose himself there, but a key back, not used to kicking goals. Bit of panic.
Huge pack. But McAndrew rises amongst it all. Gives it to McCartan. The pressure's going to come from Ginnivan. Gets the hand pass out to McAndrew. Now Warner from 50 out. Oh, towards goal. Brilliant effort from Corey Warner, his first of the day. And we're back to a 12-point margin. Bounce might favour Murley. Gets onto it. That's a lovely kick into the path of Kruger, who can run into an open goal and kick it steadier for the Pies.
It was a fantastic squaring kick there.
Pretty crowded forward 50. Collingwood at the moment. Neville Jetta will wind up. Kick it to a dangerous position at the top of the square. The pack forms off hands. It's Wilson. An opportunistic goal for Tom Wilson, his second of the day, and has just about sealed the game for the Pies.
I can understand why he's...
Oh, that might have bounced through for a goal. It has. Comedy of errors on the full-time siren here at the AIA Centre. That is a goal to Will Gould. Bounce through about 7 sets of legs and trickle through for a major. So that quarter was nearly 38 minutes long.